All right, we're here with Mike, Coach Mike, and Coach Jason, and they work with the U13s
Yep.
Correct.
at MAKO Soccer Club in Port St. Lucie. Tell me a little bit about the team and how long have you been working with this age group?
Him 5 years, 6 years, me 5 years. I do a lot of the team managing stuff, so scheduling and getting the boys ready for the season and coordinating to get them to play all over Florida. Running around. Just coordinating everything so that the boys have opportunities to play throughout August all the way to May.
And how important it is to have kids at this age group be exposed to the highest level of professionalism, from the coaching, the facility, to like what you do in terms of just managing the whole schedule, and that how important it is for them to get this early in their career.
It's very important. They go through, and if they can learn it now, by the time they're older, it's just natural to them. So the opportunities that we give them and the things that they can do, it just makes it the experience better for them when they're at an older age, and they'll be more ready for it.
And how do you manage? Because at this age group, you'll find kids who start playing late.
Yeah.
How do you get them up to, like, the players? You may have some that you've been working with, like from the under 8. You have one who come in at 11-year-old, right? Has a little talent. How do you keep both sets in the team when one has been around you for a while and one just comes into the program? How do you transition them so they can be at the same level at some point?
Well, basically what we do, we run a squad, right? So we got, what do we have, 26 kids. So we, for the kids that are a little bit newer, that haven't been as exposed to the talent yet, we try to get them in different leagues, right? And the development process, just basically, get their feet wet, get them to understand what's going on. And, for the kids that are actually a little bit more experienced, we try to get them there. It's a process. It takes a long time. And, it's actually it's a lot of work. It's rigorous. It's just a long process. Like we got to sit there and basically say, hey, these kids can play here. And, you get kids throughout the course of the year that obviously mature, get better. You get kids that are just stay flatlined, and basically you just go from there. And this is a tough age because, as you see, you got kids that are, some kids that are 6 feet, you got kids that are 4'8", and it's just a very hard process, but it works.
And that's so critical, just how you manage them, the different size, different height, all of that, different skills. But the key question is, what is a win for you? Like, how do you know at your age group that you have done a good job? Like, what do you need to see? What needs to happen? And you can sit back and say, well, we have done a good job with this batch that have transitioned to U15 or U14. What is the win for you?
I think the win is when you can see when they first start and you watch their development. You're not going to get them from day one to be a Pele, but when you see them gradually passing better, communicating better, doing things that they didn't know at the beginning, and at the end of the season you can see how much they've grown. To me, that's a win. You've seen the difference of the development from the time they started to the time we finish.
Yeah. I ask that because in Jamaica, a win is winning the competition. You would even get fired if you don't win at this level. And I've oftentimes heard Coach Freddie say that he will substitute players in critical games because it doesn't make sense. You have 18 players and 6 don't play.
Yes.
Right, so he'd rather play everyone and not win the competition.
And he does.
Agreed. And I've learned a lot from him because of that. And it's actually, at this age, how else are you going to learn without being in the game or in the situation? So being in the now and in this situation is going to make for better talent, because you're already, you basically are thrown into the fire, like.
Finally, there's a 13-year-old listening to this, there's a mother listening to this, a father, and they're next door, they have a son, and they're thinking, where should I bring him for good development? How do you tell them? What do you tell them so they can come and be a part of MAKO?
They have to basically follow the blueprint that Coach Butler goes with, which is what he just said. Your kid's gonna get time. As Freddie tells me, trust the process, right? It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? My kid's not gonna go and be an overnight success. It's the longevity of it, and it's the dedication, the work that he puts in, that the children put in, and the parents put in, right? As much as we don't, you don't want parents being too involved, but they have to have a level of dedication. And if you have that, you have the right ingredients and this is the right club for you.
Yep. Well, I want to say a big thank you to you guys for facilitating me, and it is good working with the kids. I mean, I've learned a lot just being here, because again, we are in a very competitive environment. Our junior competitions in Jamaica, it's win first, and sometimes at the expense of development.
Yeah.
So it's always good to see a program that is development first and winning is secondary.
Correct.
And that is key, and I'm glad that is the way it works. So for those of you who are listening, if you're in this area, this is the club that you want to be a part of. So thanks to you, Jason and Coach Mike.
Thank
all
you
the
guys.
best this season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.